Did you know that fear of public speaking affects an astonishing 75% of the population? Yet, effective communication is a key driver of success in many areas of life. In this video, we will explore 10 transformative tips that will not only enhance your speaking skills but also boost your confidence. From understanding your audience to mastering storytelling, from harnessing the power of pauses to effective body language, each chapter is designed to equip you with practical strategies to captivate your audience. Stay tuned as we dive into these insightful tips, and prepare to transform your public speaking into an engaging, memorable experience. Ready to take your speaking skills to the next level? Let's get started. Chapter 1: Understanding your audience. Understanding your audience is crucial to delivering a message that resonates. Start by researching who will be attending your talk. What are their ages, professional backgrounds, and interests? This information will guide the style, tone, and content of your speech. For example, a younger audience might appreciate a more casual approach and modern examples, whereas a group of industry professionals might value detailed insights and data. Did you know that adapting your speech to fit the audience can increase engagement rates by up to 50%? It's all about making your listeners feel like you're speaking directly to them. Try using surveys or social media polls beforehand to gather some insights about your audience's preferences and expectations. Chapter 2: Mastering the Art of Storytelling. Storytelling is a powerful tool in public speaking that can transform your presentation from mundane to memorable. Start with a clear structure, a beginning that hooks, a middle that builds, and an end that satisfies. Think about incorporating elements of conflict or suspense to keep your audience eager for what's next. Great speakers often use personal stories to illustrate their points. This not only makes your presentation more relatable but also more engaging. Consider this: our brains are more active when we hear stories than when we process straight facts. This means people are more likely to remember your speech if it contains stories. Try to use vivid language and sensory details to bring your stories to life. Chapter 3: Confidence Building Exercises. Building confidence is key to effective public speaking. A simple yet effective exercise is the power pose. Standing in a posture of confidence, even when you don't feel confident, can affect testosterone and cortisol levels in the brain, boosting your actual confidence. Spend a few minutes before your presentation in a pose that makes you feel powerful, hands on hips and feet wide apart, for instance. Another technique is visualization. Imagine delivering your speech successfully, receiving applause, and feeling satisfied. Visualization helps prepare your mind for a positive outcome and reduces anxiety. A study showed that athletes who used visualization as part of their training performed better than those who didn't, proving the mind-body connection's power. Chapter 4: The Power of Pauses. Using pauses effectively can enhance the impact of your speech significantly. Pauses allow your audience to digest complex information and build anticipation for what's coming next. They also convey confidence. Rushing through your speech can make you seem nervous or unprepared. Practice pausing after key points or questions to give your statements more weight. For instance, after posing a rhetorical question, pause for a couple of seconds before continuing. This not only gives the audience time to think about the question but also heightens their attention to your following words. Remember, silence can be just as powerful as words. Chapter 5: Effective Body Language. Effective body language can reinforce and add credibility to your verbal message. Start by ensuring your posture is open and inviting, no crossed arms or slouched shoulders, as these can signal defensiveness or lack of confidence. Use gestures to emphasize points. For example, when discussing growth or size, use your hands to visualize the concept. Always make sure your movements are controlled and purposeful, not erratic or distracting. Eye contact is another powerful aspect of body language. By maintaining eye contact, you create a connection with your audience, making them feel acknowledged and involved. However, be sure to shift your gaze around the room to engage everyone, rather than focusing on just one spot or person. Chapter 6: Vocal Variety Techniques. Vocal variety can keep your audience engaged throughout your presentation. Varying your pitch prevents your speech from sounding monotonous and helps emphasize important points. Increasing your volume can convey excitement or importance, while a softer tone might be used for sensitive or serious topics. Don't forget about your speech rate. Speaking too fast can confuse listeners, while speaking too slowly might bore them. Practice changing your pace according to the content. Speed up to convey enthusiasm or slow down to let a point sink in. Interestingly, varying your voice's pace, tone, and volume can help retain the audience's attention up to 5 times more effectively than speaking in a flat tone. Chapter 7: Engaging with the Audience. Engaging with your audience turns a monologue into an interactive experience and keeps the interest high. Start with direct questions to the audience to make them think and feel involved. For example, asking, "Have you ever faced this situation?" immediately draws listeners into your narrative. Interactive elements can also include quick polls or asking for a show of hands on certain opinions. This not only keeps the audience active but also gives you real-time feedback on their engagement level. A recent study suggested that speakers who engage their audience see a 30% increase in retention of the information presented. Chapter 8: Using Visual Aids Effectively. Visual aids, when used effectively, can greatly enhance your presentation by illustrating and reinforcing your points. Make sure any slides or visual materials are clear and not cluttered. Use high-quality images and keep text minimal. Aim for key phrases and bullet points rather than full sentences. It's also essential to ensure that your visuals are accessible to everyone in the audience. Use large fonts and high-contrast color schemes. According to visual communication experts, people are 65% more likely to remember information that is presented visually alongside oral explanations. Chapter 9: Handling Nerves and Mistakes. Handling nerves is a common challenge for public speakers. One effective method is controlled breathing. Before your presentation, take deep, slow breaths to calm your nervous system and reduce anxiety. This simple technique can lower your heart rate and help you feel more in control. Mistakes can happen, but they don't have to derail your presentation. If you stumble or misspeak, maintain your composure and continue. Audiences often admire speakers who can handle slip-ups gracefully. Remember, everyone makes mistakes, and your audience understands that. Showing your human side can even make you more relatable and endearing. Chapter 10: Practice Makes Perfect. The key to becoming a confident and effective public speaker is consistent practice. Try recording your speeches and reviewing them to identify areas for improvement. Practicing in front of a mirror or with friends or family can provide constructive feedback and help you get comfortable with your material. Additionally, consider joining a speaking club or workshop where you can practice regularly and learn from others' experiences and styles. The more you speak in front of an audience, the more natural it will become. As with any skill, repetition is crucial. Public speaking is no exception.